Hey YouTube, you're with Tosh
And MudRaker.
and we're back. And hello there from Digiminer. He's a very polite little guy, isn't he?
Yeah, it's the only thing he says though.
I know.
Not really a good conversation.
He's polite, but yeah, he's lacking in the conversation point.
Now,
okay, well, where we left off last time, we'd done all of these upgrades along here with our factories. We have our tier 2 purification chamber, and if I take you quickly out here, we have our electronic separator, which is producing hydrogen on this side, going into the tank there for something that we'll show you shortly, and the oxygen going through that high pressure tube straight into the purification chamber. Yeah.
So what you haven't mentioned, Tosh, is the upgrades we've done.
No.
We did have a little bit of a problem, by the way, guys. We had to we corrupted a world and had to go back to a backup, which is a good thing we had. But we have done a couple of upgrades.
Safety tip, folks: when you're doing YouTube videos and stuff, always back up.
Yeah. So you've missed all the good stuff. We had a great recording that we can't share, so we're going to do it again.
Yeah.
But
it'll be better this time.
You reckon?
No.
So we have upgraded the power network. So
We
this is now the second tier of table, the advanced cable, which runs a bit more.
So that's the red one.
Yeah.
All the way to there, and
we have. I'm not sure whether we had all the factories up to 9 last time. So we've actually put all the speed and energy
these are all up.
boosts into the factories, so that they're all running now at maximum speed for that level factory.
Yep.
And the other thing I've done, Tosh, was I don't know whether they noticed, but there was a second battery sitting behind the Digiminer.
Yeah.
And I've now moved that into here, because one of the things I've discovered with the way the power networks work is they seem to get a little bit upset if you try to put a battery that has both its inputs and its outputs on the same circuit,
Right.
which sort of probably makes sense. So what I've done now...
point of view, yes.
Well, the battery just locks and basically won't absorb any more power. But I think because its outputs basically are pushing power in, which then gets sucked back into the inputs, and it just circles like that,
Right.
even though there's more power available. So what I've done now is hook these batteries up so that all the inputs, all the things that are generating power are on the other side and feeding into the batteries, into both of them, and all the outputs are coming off this side of the batteries. So the batteries are now in parallel.
Right.
And that seems to be the best way to do it, unless you have a particular need to reserve power for something. So if you've got a specific device that you always want to have power, you can stick a battery in that will absorb power and only feed it to that device, or maybe one wing of the base or something, if you wanted to do that. But otherwise, plan your power network to basically have all your inputs on one side, feed into a nice big bank of batteries, and trust me, as you go up, you're going to need 4 or 5 batteries to hold enough power to...
Yeah. Well, we've gone up to these advanced energy cubes, and as you can see, there's 2 of them there, and that's dropping now because it's night time.
Well, and because the other one that was being sucked out of first is now at 0, so it started sucking out of the second battery.
Yeah, correct. Now, apologies for this if we've already shown you, but we've upgraded to advanced solar cells.
No, you haven't shown them that. That was one of the things we covered earlier, but they haven't seen.
Yeah, so please forgive us if we do go over stuff that we did last video, because we're not sure whether it was last video or the one that we've actually lost. Yeah, advanced solar cells. Now these have 4 standard solar arrays in them, but they provide you with 6 times the power. So you get a bonus for going up to the advanced arrays of, what's that, times 2 really, isn't it? No.
Well, you get 6 for the price of 4.
Yeah.
Is actually what you're getting.
So, okay, now what we're going to do today is continue working on our power system, because as you can see, it isn't enough once we've put all of the supercharge upgrades in.
And in fact, I've just pulled 2 of them out of the Digiminer, so it doesn't absorb quite so much power.
Digiminer's going away like a trooper. We've still got 4,000 blocks to check and mine. And as you can see there, he's really, or she, is really doing a good job. So I'm going to take all that coal out of there.
So, you know something else we haven't talked about?
The barrels over here?
The barrels, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I just noticed that when I used them.
Yes, so did I. So we've added a couple of barrels here because, well, basically we started getting that much redstone and that much coal that these two chests just were filling up with redstone and coal. So we've done barrels for that. We have a complete set, full chest over here of cobblestone. We nearly have a full chest of... Oh, that's cobblestone in there.
Oh.
That shouldn't be in there. We have nearly a full chest of dirt, nearly a full double chest of gravel, and we're really starting to get a truckload of resources together, which is always fun. And 6 emeralds.
Yay!
Yeah.
We'll have to go talk to those villagers. I heard one of them was selling wheat. Not wheat, bread for 1 emerald. We could buy some.
Yeah, well, no.
Oh?
We have a wheat farm down there, remember?
But I'm assuming their bread's like really, really good special bread.
Yeah, I wouldn't assume that. I really wouldn't. Really, really wouldn't. Yes, so one of the things that Raker's been playing with in his test world is a hydrogen generator.
Bomb. I mean, generator.
Yes. Yeah, the bomb comes later.
Yeah, well, it was your idea, right, that we should use matches and burn the hydrogen.
Yes.
You decided that was a great plan, but maybe we should try and actually, channel that energy into something useful. So I'm going to stick in a hydrogen generator.
You mean wanton destruction is not useful?
Well, no, actually it's not.
Oh, okay.
No, whereas lots and lots of power is really useful.
Power.
Because that will then power all our tools to do wanton destruction, see?
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's all. I can work with that. That's fine by me. Yes, so, as you remember, we actually have got hydrogen tanks here that we filled up from our catalytic converter thingy out here, which isn't called a catalytic converter. That's not right. It's this electrolytic separator. It's really difficult to say for me at the moment. As you can see there, that's getting filled up as it produces oxygen. So we're only using the oxygen at the moment. Excess is going into this tank here, and we have another tank in there, that one there, to fill up when this one gets full. So we have really got a fair bit of hydrogen, although we'll find out, I guess, how much once we actually get this thing built. We may put it in there and it might just disappear in 2 seconds, but it's worth the go because we do need more power. So, are you putting things together?
I'm right in the middle of building the a hydrogen plant.
Cool.
Now, because I know that one hydrogen plant's actually not going to do the job, because we tried that in the aborted video that you didn't see.
Yep.
I'm actually going to also prep for 2 hydrogen plants, and in order to do that, I'll need another.
What? Have you gone? I think he's gone. Yep, there he goes. There he goes. And there he goes. Okay, we might just pause here, folks, until he comes back. We'll see you shortly. And we're back.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. My network's been pretty good all day today, but just went out on me then, so...
No, that's fine. I was talking to you and you said, and I'm going to prep for the...
was that what I was about to say? I was also going to make an electrolytic separator. And actually the fact that they're actually made from very similar stuff. They both have an electrolytic core in them. So it's actually quite convenient to make them at the same time.
That makes sense. Well, do you want to do that and I'll go and get us some more wood and stuff from down there and maybe some potatoes and things while it's daytime?
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Okay. The only other thing I was thinking too is whether or not you can give me the parts and I can put them together so the peeps can see.
Well, I just made the electrolytic separator, but I could probably do that.
Or we could not do that.
We could maybe do that with a hydrogen generator.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, well, are you ready? Because I've got all the parts here. Oh, except for the steel casings.
Yeah. What, no steel casings there?
No, someone's used them all.
Are you sure?
Yep, it's probably me.
Okay, coming back now. Glad we went for that run down there. Not all the potatoes are ready.
Now, we don't really have a chest in order for me to set this up for you.
There's spare chests over here.
If you just want to drop one on the ground, I'll...
Okay.
So you're going to need 8...
8 chests?
No, I mean, put it on the ground in a place where I can stick
Oh. Well, okay.
No, I was counting how many things I need to give you.
Oh, right.
So you need...
I can look at that. So this is the hydrogen generator?
This is the hydrogen generator you're making.
Okay, so that's that one there. Alright. That makes that.
And I reckon that's it. That's all you need.
Okay, so that should buy me 2 of them.
It should buy you 2 of them.
Okay.
If it doesn't, whinge. Oh, we do need to make some more cable though. So I'm going to get on to doing that.
Okay. So those there. That one there. Those there and those there gives me 2 hydrogen generators. Yay! Well, that worked.
Well, that's a good thing. I'm glad.
I like it when a plan comes together like that.
Indeed, we do.
We do indeed. Have you got high pressure cable?
I have some high pressure tube, and I now have some electrical cable as well.
Okay.
Which is what
I'll meet you outside then.
Which is what I was missing.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put that down here. Well, actually on top of it. So I probably should give them to you, shouldn't I? Oh, you ran away.
You want me to do that? Okay, I'm happy to do that.
Oh, you just tell me where you want them. Side by side on top?
Well, to start with 1, because the other thing we need to do is get the separator in the right spot.
Yep.
Now, the trick with these is they need power, but it's an output power, not an input power. So you have to rotate it. Did you happen to bring the configurator?
This one?
Yeah, that one. Good. So would you like to rotate that until it connects up?
Like that?
Yeah. Okay. So power only comes out one side.
And
now,
that's the side with the cable attached?
Well, but they actually look all the same, right? So
What, the sides?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, they do too. I didn't notice that.
It is actually a little bit different, but it's not that obvious which side is the right side.
Yeah. Okay, so that's hooking hydrogen directly up to the top?
Yep.
Yep.
Now I'm just going to take out the cable for you for a sec so you can see... Whoops, and the wall.
Yeah, we've established that bronze pickaxes and sandstone don't really play well together.
Well, they play lovely. The sandstone just runs away.
Yeah, sandstone gives up.
Okay, so you can see that that's filled up its buffer of 40k, and it's now slowly filling with hydrogen.
Yep, which is coming from down here.
The electrolytic separator below it. So now I'm going to hook it back up.
What we can do is also put a tank in over here, if we want to. So we can have the tank in here as the backup, I guess. So if the electrolytic separator rather starts to get wonky or whatever, we've got a backup supply of hydrogen in here. And I didn't happen to bring that tank out, which is a bit of a shame. You should have the one from beside it.
I do. It's right here. So let me stick that in. And as you see that immediately,
and then that
sucks that straight into the buffer of hydrogen. So, what I reckon we might do, Tosh, and I'm sorry about this, but I think I'm going to make you move your window. because
Okay.
I reckon that's actually the perfect spot for the next one.
I reckon you're right.
So if you put that one there, because we'd like to hook them both up. See how that one's now hooked to both batteries because it goes in around behind the batteries? Yep. So I'd like the second one to do exactly the same.
Okay.
Actually need to...
So you want that in there? No, that's pressure hose.
You're standing on it, so I can't.
Oh.
Yeah, well...
It's okay. So connect up the cable.
Trying to get the angle right. Whoa, there we go.
1, 2, 3. That's that done.
Okay, so
now
that's
I have the high pressure tube here. So if I put that one on there, that's now connected.
It is, but what you're going to find, I believe, if I take this gas tank out, well, that's really interesting. Look at that. I think that electrolytic separator. Let me take out the gas tanks out of the separator. Separator's running, is it? It seems to be. It's generating oxygen. Right, I'll put
And it's generating hydrogen. This is filling up reasonably rapidly, not hellishly so, but reasonably rapidly.
And it actually seems to be generating enough hydrogen for both of them, which is good, because I actually thought we were going to need another electrolytic separator.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, we don't.
Well, the only thing we don't know is because we put the tank in here, in the bottom one, we don't know whether that's...
Well, it's running.
Although it's operating, isn't it?
It's running. It's still consuming hydrogen, and its tank's not going down. And the other one is filling.
Yes,
so
it is.
So it's actually producing more hydrogen than the two together can use.
Yep. The only thing we might need to watch is if we're running the purification chamber inside.
But that's taking the oxygen, not
it is
hydrogen.
Too. Yeah, so
and
you don't need to worry about that, Raker. That'll be fine.
Yeah, okay, good. Glad you've checked that one out for me.
Yep, that's all okay.
So I'm going to stick these hydrogen tanks back into the generators because that then forms a nice buffer for them. But we also need...
Sorry, I misunderstood what you were talking about then. Oh, you mean the cable to the battery?
No, the hydrogen tanks I have here, I'm going to stick one inside one of the generators.
Yep.
I'm going to stick the other one inside the separator. Now, the reason I do that is if for some reason the separator stops producing hydrogen, the generators will consume it out of the tank, but it won't use the tank unless it has to.
Yep.
But likewise, by having a tank inside the separator, and if you've got an empty tank, you can bring that. If you have a tank in the separator, if the generators can't take any more hydrogen, it'll put it in the tank, but it will give it to the generators first. So the tanks are a really good way of just buffering things.
Yep. I've got another full hydrogen one. Do you want me to put it in the top?
Yeah, stick it in the top. So what we'll see when we do that is it'll absorb all the stuff out of the tank.
So the tank's going down there.
Yeah, and it's going in.
Coming up. So
it's going into the buffer.
Doing exactly what it's supposed to do.
Right, but if you look at the separator now.
Yep.
In a second, when that tank gets fully full, what we should see happening...
Fully full.
Well, yeah. Instead of half full.
Just like really, really full.
Yeah, well... the optimist, right?
Oh, yeah.
Fully full. It's totally full.
Okay, it's full now.
Now, so what will happen now, I hope, is that this machine will start actually storing hydrogen. No, that's interesting. It's not storing any hydrogen into its own internal tank.
No, it's not.
That may actually mean it's producing just enough hydrogen to support two machines.
Which kind of would make... Oh, there we go.
As it started storing...
Yep, close out and look back in.
Yeah, okay. And maybe that was just about the pipes all filling up to that maximum pressure as well.
That's possible too. Yeah.
Right, so now what we're seeing is the two machines aren't enough to use all the hydrogen. So it will store its excess in here.
Yep.
But meanwhile, if this machine, for whatever reason, isn't getting powered or something and can't produce hydrogen, the generators have got a buffer of hydrogen in them that they will use, so we won't run out of power soon.
That one.
So we might actually want to make a third hydrogen generator and see
Here comes the world domination.
See if the see if it can actually cope with 3.
Well, yes.
The separator, because I've got another separator in my pocket here.
Curious to see
how many generators. What?
Did you stop Digiminer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did. I deliberately stopped Digimine while I was using all the factories and stuff because I wanted during the day for the power units to power up again.
Right.
Because they were down to 0 and everything was running really slow.
Yes, that's true.
So I did turn him off. He's only been off for half the day. It's not that big a problem.
You know he gets upset though when he doesn't work.
Well,
You've got 2 full cube.
everyone needs a holiday.
Oh yes. And you're about to have one too.
Well, I am. That's true. Should be really nice.
So it'll just be me doing videos for the next week.
You're planning to do videos without me, are you?
I'll do my my normal, random game.
Oh, I thought you were going to come in and take over the world and do whatever. So I'm just going to boot Digiminer back up to speed 9 again, see if I can get him to suck more power than the generators are generating. So far they seem to be holding steady, but he might be just emptying out some pipes. So we'll
and these guys down here are chockers, and they're not running. So
we do have one important thing we have to do though.
What's that?
Well, terribly, terribly important. I broke your window, so I'm going to put a new window in.
Broke my window, and I can't tell whether it's
do you want a window at the hydrogen generator? Or
preferably not. No. The whole concept about it is to be able to actually see whether it's daytime or nighttime out there.
I don't know where we can put it, to be honest.
I'll show you.
Okay, where? A floor. Looking at the solar cells.
I'll come back one.
That's right. Still looking at the solar cells, but that's okay. You can still see. You can see the moon, but we could do that. We could put in a couple of glass there. It would help if I pick them up instead of just dropping them on the floor.
Well, whatever.
Oh, you've closed the hole.
Well, I was going to put another one over here. Like that.
Well, I'll put
skylights. See? Pretty skylights.
Double one there. Where'd you put the other one?
Next to it, over here.
Well, it's looking right down at the base of the stuff now. Okay, so were you going to make another Were you going to make another hydrogen generator?
I can do that.
Or was that me?
Either.
Because I might stick this electrolytic separator in here for the moment, because we're not really going to use it.
Well, it would appear not, no.
There's not much point.
I'm sort of really only just waiting for morning to go and get some rubber and get some wood, and although I don't think we're going to need much more wood, with 2 hydrogen bombs out not bombs, sorry. Slip of the tongue.
Well,
hydrogen
I'm sort of hoping actually they're not going to explode on us. Alright, I'll turn the
well, I'm sort of hoping.
Okay, there we go. We're actually getting... They're both dropping in power now.
Oh, but substantially.
Oh no, and the guys down below are kicked in as well. The heat generators. I am running the entire factory series because we need some osmium dust.
Right. So just to show you all from start to finish, osmium ore goes in here, comes into here as clumps. Yeah. That's what happens when you have the 9 upgrades in there, folks. You don't even get a chance to explain that to you.
Well, you can show them the very last 2 being smelted.
Oh yes, there we go. No, I can't. Too late.
Too late.
So that's how it goes. Now, these, bear in mind, these are just basic factories, and you saw how fast it did that. The Elite and the Ultimate factories, the Elite has 5, and the Ultimate has 7 slots. So
okay, Tosh.
Hello.
One more chance. We put 9 through.
Okay, right, here we go. Iron goes in there, comes into here as iron clumps, goes into there as dirty iron dust, goes into here as clean iron dust, and gets smelted into ingots. Hey, I did it.
Congratulations.
And I can even go to all beef patty special sauce on this piece. No, I can't. I thought I could, but I can't.
Yeah, but that's because you shouldn't be eating that stuff anyway. Bad for you.
Oh, I don't. But
well, that's probably why you can't say it.
Well, I used to... remember when they had that competition on?
Yeah.
You had to go in and say to all the beef patty special sauce, all those pickles and stuff. within 10 seconds or whatever it was, and if you did, you got a free burger?
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Only useful though if you actually want the burger, right?
It was free.
You want anything if it's free, Tosh.
It's free. Which part of free do you not understand?
Well, free is really good if it's something you want. I mean, you know, I hear there's people out there who give, you know, free punches as well, but I don't particularly want that.
No, probably not. True. So we really are starting to get a good lot of stuff. And we like stuff.
Oh, love stuff. Just
Stuff is good.
Just waiting for the infuser. You know?
Was I supposed to put an empty tank somewhere? Did you not ask me to bring an empty tank out?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Why did you ask me to?
Well,
bring
you bought a full one. Well, the full one was okay.
Oh, okay.
I was going to use the half full one as pretend it was full, and you put an empty one in, but that's okay. We just went the other way. So
I'll put it back in there then.
Here you go.
Oh, another one. Another one.
There's actually two.
Oh.
But you stepped on the square just as I placed it, so now I don't know where it's gone.
It's in here.
Huh?
It's here, in my hand.
Two of them?
No, you've got one in your hand.
No, see, I don't. That's the problem.
Oh no, you don't either.
I don't. Right. Oh, there it is. It is now. It is there now. Okay, good. So there's two of them.
So you want me to pick that up?
Yeah, by all means.
Right. Okay, I have 2 hydrogen generators.
Okay, fantastic.
Where do we want them?
Well, I think outside again, don't you?
Well, I gathered that, but I mean, what are we on the ouch? On the
What was that?
nothing? Do we want it above?
Did you fall? Well, I don't know. We're going to have
the problem's going to be...
We're going to have a problem with cabling. We may
Yeah.
actually have to move these solar cells up.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
That's what I'd be tempted to do.
I think I agree with you on that one.
I'd be tempted to pick these up and
and put them up higher and back a bit more. You're going to move all 4 or just those 2?
oh well, I really was just going to move those two. Literally, I was actually just going to lift them,
Okay.
which would just give us a bit of space over the top. But
Yep.
that's up to you. Now we do need some sandstone to fill in the holes.
I have 5.
That might nearly be enough, actually.
So that hole. And that hole and that hole.
You ready? Wah!
See, that's how it's done, folks. I don't do that sort of thing. Can't look up and look at them, can I? Oh, that's pretty. They're all on the same level now.
They are.
And I'll even connect them up for you.
Thanks.
Because I have the doohickey thingamybobby what's it. Which is actually technically called a configurator. Love that word, configurator. Bum bum bum. Sounds like an evil, overlord. The configurator. Yeah, well, maybe.
Now, I'm just trying to figure out, Tosh, are they actually connected to the centre there? I'll take this one out again to find out. No, they're not. See, that was the bit I was working on. Put that one in there. Now I'm going to stick him back on, and he needs twisting again.
Okay, I can twist. Do you want him that way? Or do you want them pointing inwards?
No, that way's good.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't matter all that much.
Well, probably not, no. True.
But okay, so that leads us now to having a little bit more space down here.
Yep.
To run
One
cables
more
over.
anyway.
Well, or to run cables over the top was what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
So I was thinking what we could do is
Put them over here, maybe.
you could put one. Well, I was even going to put it right there, so that we just need
I just wasn't sure about how it would, whether it would have hassles about connecting up with itself.
I have no idea. There's one way to find out, generally.
Because that seems to have joined together very well. You're going to put cables. I haven't got any at all, so I can't help you with that.
That's okay.
I do have my configurator though to connect them up.
Question is whether it will actually accept a cable from the top. I'm not sure whether it will.
Bring it down the side.
Okay, so you bring it down.
Yeah.
That side and twist it round to meet that side.
Because I don't think it will accept from the top, judging by the way it's gone over.
No, it hasn't. And now we need a pressurized tube.
Yep.
And it's got power. And it's not getting enough hydrogen.
No.
And what's happening down here? He's not filling. He's not filling.
No, the tank's going down in the top one. And the tank's going down in the bottom one.
Okay.
Now the question
Hang on. Let's just unplug that and check these again. The tank's still going down. Oh look, it is. In fact, we were wrong.
Yeah, hang on.
The separator's not producing enough for two at all. It's that they're coming out of those tanks. If I take all the tanks out, I'll even take the tank out of the bottom. So he's still producing oxygen, but his hydrogen tanks are empty.
And top tank's dropping. Yeah, they're both dropping.
So it can't produce. It can only produce enough power for one.
Okay. So
we were like so far off base with thinking 4.
Yeah.
So what we need to do instead, I'll just pull this guy out. We need to put in the other separator.
Yep.
So for the moment, we'll just go with 2 and a separator, shall we?
Okay. Can you put him on the other side of the pipe there?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to do. Now, the only challenge with the separator is that
it's getting it facing the right way.
Well, the hydrogen always comes out of the blue side.
Yep.
And the blue side doesn't really swap round. So he's going to go in that way.
Yep. But that's okay.
Now he's getting water, but he's got no power. So that's the other problem, is he needs power fed to him.
From the bottom only?
No, the other one is powered from the bottom. Yes, it is. But it isn't mandatory. But there's no reason why it can't be the bottom, because I tell you
why can't you just bring the cable down from up here?
Okay, I'll actually tell you why. What that will do is it will connect the main input power line to the output power lines again.
Yes, okay.
So and I must admit, one of the things I would do if I could in this game is I would actually have different colour power lines.
For inwards and outwards?
Yeah, but I don't know how to make it do that. So, because I'm fairly sure there was no colouring thing. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed it from below, from the output side.
Mm-hmm. What does that do to our infinite water source though?
Well, the infinite water source is coping. It's only got one pump, right? It's still only going to pump. And the pump does seem to be able to drive two machines quite happily.
Yep.
So now I tell you what we do, just because I think it makes sense in this case. We take out this one. Just checking which one's got the power in it, because I'm holding 4 of them at the moment.
So that's going up.
Okay, now we definitely need an empty tank for the oxygen. No. So what we'll do on this one is we're just going to tell it to dump the oxygen.
Well, can't you lead it into the other one?
No, not really.
through the wall?
Well, I suppose we could, but at the same time, the other one produces more oxygen than we need already.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Uh-oh. I'll be back in a sec. I've just got to empty out the Digiminer. He's nearly filled up both of those chests. And I think we'll probably be very shortly at the time where we tell him to stop getting the gravel.
You reckon we're at that stage, do you?
Well, yeah, or like the gravel one's only another 2 or 3
Assuming
stacks.
Assuming you don't mean rows, yeah, okay, fine, turn gravel off.
So, yeah, hang on, stick lead, tin, iron, lead. So I needed gravel to do that, don't I, in actual fact? Oh, there'll be one in there.
There's 36 in there.
And one. I'll have to don't I have to reset it though to do that?
You do, but that's okay, copes.
Okay, so stop, reset, config, item stack, gravel, save, back, start.
We have a bigger problem.
Do we?
Yeah.
What's the bigger problem?
The ore chest is full.
Oh my god.
I can't put the ore away because it won't fit in the chest.
Need more barrels. You need more barrels. Now he's only got 600 odd blocks to go. 525 blocks to go, so we may be okay. We might survive.
Well, hang on. I'm going to put my stuff back in the chest then, if I can.
Yeah. I would do that.
The other alternative is that we actually smelt some of it.
Oh.
Because I do need more
radical
iron.
approach.
Yeah, I know. Otherwise, you need to go on a barrel making expedition.
I do. What I might
The problem is there's actually not a huge amount of iron in here. It's mostly tin. And we don't use a lot of tin. And there's a fair bit of osmium, I have to say.
So wood and iron. That's okay. I can produce barrels.
There is a decent chunk of iron, so I'm going to pump iron through.
Okay. I'm going to go and get some wood.
Okay, you're keen on that wood.
Well, I'm going to make some barrels. Oh, slowing down. What did you just do then?
Me? I just started the factory.
Yeah.
What's slowing down?
Me.
Okay.
Like a little bit jerky, which I wasn't before, and I don't mean the beefed kind.
Oh dear, that's not good.
So obviously running all of those, and this might be interesting as I cut down my first tree to see how the server goes. Cross your fingers. Oh! Oh!
Yeah. We definitely are sucking the advanced energy cube quite badly. I'm going to slow down Digiminer.
Okay.
Was that bugger because you left a rolly hanging tree?
Yeah, it was. It's okay. I came down and I didn't check my bronze axe before I started. Alright, a little pile of dirt will suffice. There we go. And there we go. Get some of those and we'll replant that. I'll just grab a couple of trees worth, that'll be ample. Are you still
Yeah,
there?
I'm still here. Sorry, I was just very busy pulling
okay.
stuff out of things, and
I'm just getting
tongue
paranoid
hanging
now.
out the side of my mouth, trying to get stuff organised because I'm just trying to get some steel made so that I can make some tanks before all these appliances stop because they don't have any tanks.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually iron dust that I need.
For tanks?
Yeah. So turn that off for a second. Ah, look at that. Perfect. Piles of iron dust now.
Excellent. All over the floor, or? Let's grab some of these while I'm here too, hey?
You're doing my rubber for me.
No, I wasn't. No, I was getting potatoes.
Oh, just when you said do some of these, I thought, oh, he's doing my rubber.
I can do that if you like.
Well, you know, we're not 39. We're not short on rubber. We don't use a lot of it until we get into some of the other stuff. But it's nice to have some.
You've got some. Define how many thousands is some.
Many.
Many. Right. I might do the wheat while I'm here too, because I think I want to have a go at setting up a farm down here running on bio. Now, I have no idea what that means, but
Down there, you're going to produce the power down there and pipe it back, are you?
no, I'm running a farm thing down here that'll automate this where I possibly can.
But actually
Get it to create its own stuff. Just not sure what we've got in this mod for farming.
there's an entire thing called MineFactoryReloaded that includes farming.
Oh, did we put that in, did we?
I believe so.
I forgot we'd put that in. Well, that's
Alright,
fine
I'm turning the
and
miner
dandy.
off because he's finished.
Well, that's a good
And remember
idea.
I told you I actually think the miner continues to drain power somehow even when he's finished.
Oh, that's right.
I
Yeah,
might
you
be making
mentioned
that up, but I reckon it happens.
Okay.
Because I've had them go through a full battery, which it does anyway to do his, to do all his digging, and then put a new full battery in, and it should only use like a quarter or something of that. And I come back a day later because I've been busy doing other things, and the battery's empty.
That has it been running? Like the game been running?
Yeah, as in, I mean days.
Oh, you mean
days of game time later because I was
game
busy
day,
building
right.
stuff. And you
Yeah,
go, well,
okay.
he's only done the extra quarter he had to do before he finished, but
Yep.
somehow the battery's just totally empty.
He's power hungry. It's a hot.
Well, I suppose you got to keep that hello there screen on, don't you?
Yes.
That's
a
probably
valid point.
where all of it's going.
Yeah. It'll be a plasma. It won't be LCD. It'll be power draining plasma screen.
Well, maybe we should have a talk to Adrian about getting that upgraded.
To a less power hungry.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So that, of course, means now that we have these two hydrogen things that we can't use.
That power is no longer a problem for
No,
us.
it actually means we need to.
Oh.
Well, it means I got two hydrogen generators I'm not using because we built two extras, and that means now I need to build some electrolytic converters, don't I, to actually create the gas?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Can't have hydrogen things sitting around doing
No,
nothing.
not when we could have them producing power.
Yeah, which we can then use on mining farms.
Well, yeah, because we've got enough stuff to make another digiminer. We're just gonna have trouble powering it at the moment.
Well, not if you build me 2 more hydrogen bomby things.
Well, maybe we'll see how they go. Oh dear, I seem to have overcated for that. I didn't mean to make... Well, I didn't mean to make 10 of them.
What, hydrogen generators?
No, electrolytic cores.
Oh, okay.
They're still not something we use a lot of, I have to say, so sorry about that.
Oh well. 5H1T happens.
What did I use up then? What was the limit on that? Must have been... Oh, it was the gold dust. Mash up some more gold. Turn off the smelter. Put some gold in to burn.
You're burning gold?
Well, yeah,
Oh,
burn hydrogen, that worked.
yeah.
Right, okay, actually,
Hydrogen's a lot cheaper.
technically I put it in a purification chamber. I'm not sure that's burning. Then it's being crushed, and then it's being enriched, and then there is a small trap for young players though.
Yeah.
Well, because there's certain times when you need to use the crusher, like if you need to crush a diamond or some obsidian.
Yep.
But we've got the factory set up to automatically push it into the enrichment chamber. And what do you think the enrichment chamber does if you give it diamond dust?
Turns into a
Yeah.
diamond?
So you put your diamond into the crusher, it crushes it, and then the enrichment chamber turns it back to a diamond, and you go, duh.
Just wasted all that power on
Yeah.
that.
So then what you got to do is you've actually got to go and change it so it doesn't eject, or put a switch on it or something, so that you can actually stop it.
Bottom chest over here is now wheat and seeds.
Easy. Well, it's not very full.
Give me a minute.
So I didn't actually make that pump this time round, did I? Last time I made a pump that I didn't use. Now this time I need a pump. Typical, and I haven't made it, so I'm going to have to go and make it. What does that take? Oh no, I need a bucket!
A bucket?
I need a bucket. Where am I going to get a bucket from?
Have we got any clay?
No.
Or is that wrong mod?
That's the wrong mod. We don't need...
Now, my dear friend, how many barrels do you want me to make?
Well...
Because we have already talked about, you know...
Oh, we've got lava sitting over there still.
Yes, about, you know, something over here
we might be probably... I reckon maybe...
for a later date.
I reckon maybe what we plan to do is we plan to move the lava. But it's only 3 high, and I would be tempted to go 4 high, which means we'll have to lift the roof or drop the floor.
I think dropping the floor would actually be easier, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not sure. Oh no. Oh, you mean,
Well, we're not using upstairs, so we could just...
No, we're not. We could just take the roof
Yeah,
off.
you will have to... You might want to widen it, because I think if we cut it there... Where does that... So the problem is that's there. That's way back there. That's no. So you'd have to go out if we're going to do that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's not do that. That's all I have.
Yeah, but now I've got to go and put the rest of this crap in the chest.
Oh, you can give it to me. I always carry a couple of sandstone around because of the bronze pickaxe.
Well, that's interesting, actually. I haven't got into that habit yet. But maybe I should. Okay, well, if you want to take out the floor and... But, so...
Well, the other thing, what happens if we take that one out?
So, what we found is you can reach 8 wide quite nicely. We could move the beds upstairs and actually use this corner.
I'm just wondering whether we use... like that. And then just...
Cover over the top. But if we went 8 high, 8 wide... That's still only 3 high, Tosh. Remember, the goal was to go 4 high.
4 high.
Because you can easily reach up 4 high, and...
But I can easily do that. I just need to...
And when I start...
Sand. So.
And when I start building all of the applied energistics, which is going to have to be soon now.
Yes.
4 high's a good number.
How
Now here's what I'd like though, if we can do this.
yeah.
So wherever you decide we're starting, can you do me a pattern like this? These are the barrels, right?
Yep. Yeah, and then the two. Yeah.
Okay, with a gap behind there, like this.
I can do that. You want a gap up the top there as well,
Above it.
above and below.
Well, yeah, stuff's got to go above them, so but we can have a hole in the roof.
Yep.
But so yeah, build the roof to 5 high, even though we're only going to really use 4. And then we'll have to move my bed, apparently. And if you do this so that you're 8 wide that way and 8 wide, or whatever it is, may not be quite 8, that way, then we'll have an absolutely perfect crafting corner. Storage, IKEA storage display.
Oh, that good.
That good.
Wow. That's impressive. Okay, so that's one above. That should have given me. Yes.
You might get hit by a flying bit of sand, I'll warn you now.
It's conceivable. With everything that's going on at the moment, it's quite conceivable. That didn't work terribly well, did it? Can I reach that from there? No. To do it that way. Remember this promise we made to each other about not ruining the pyramid shape?
So, technically, I am fairly sure, Tosh, that if you go back and you check the records, I promised you I wouldn't renovate.
Yeah, probably right.
I'm fairly sure I didn't promise that you wouldn't renovate.
Yep. Could be right there. Could be right. Okay, so does that work?
And by the way,
It looks like it should work.
if you care, you can rebuild the pyramid shape.
Yeah, I think the important part there is if I care.
I seem to be getting the feeling, Tosh, that it's not as important to you as it once was.
No, probably not. So, we need to do that, that, and that. That's what we're after. Oh, except that's the barrel, so... Yeah, oh, I better eat something before I fall over.
Yeah, well, so that's why I put them there, right? So you can say, that's the barrels, so what happens next?
I'll make the barrels.
But it just meant that you could easily see where the walls were going to have to be and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Now, did you, when in the... Yeah. Can I have some of this iron?
You can have anything you want.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'm actually got everything I need in my hands as we speak, so...
Okay, so... Did you happen to recall how many barrels we needed in total?
Well, if you do an 8x4, that's 32, but then if you're going to do along the other wall as well, that's more. Obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No putting it past you, is it? Hey, no putting it past you.
I know more when I see more.
So let's just... What was the first one? 32, you said? To start with.
32 to start with, that's right.
Okay. Let's do that then.
I was wrong.
So what have I got now? I've got 21, I need another 11.
That's a worry.
What?
These things that you've got to get in the right spot to put them in can be a little bit problematic sometimes about getting in the right spot, and particularly problematic when the right spot involves taking out the wall of the lava.
Right.
Makes
Yeah, I can see how that would
sitting
be a
here
tech
going,
trick.
no, I'm not going to take that wall out just to get into the right spot.
That's just
Nah,
a little bit
there are certain
tricky.
things that are just a bridge too far. I'll find another way.
Okay, so that's... I don't like the way you do that. I have to do shift with those, don't I? Otherwise I just keep putting them back into the barrel.
Yeah, it's when you put the barrels in the barrels. Yeah, that's fun.
No, I'm over that already, actually.
Wrong definition of the word fun.
Yeah, still waiting for the fun part. Oh, looky there. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's sand. What's sand doing there? That's pretty cool. Oh, that's lava. I'm going out the other end. There we go. That's pretty. You know what I'm going to do though? I'm going to take that one out as well. Oh god.
So did you want me to move the lava pool? Because I'm happy to do that.
Will need to be moved at some point. I just need to work out
As soon as I've wandered out with this batch of empty tanks.
what holes I've just put in this. There and there, I think.
Maybe I'll go around and check how many of the all important torches you've taken out as well.
Oh yes, yes. Don't let me muck up your torch ratio there. Okay. There we go. Look at that. A barrel full of fun. Stairs. Don't get stairs from it. Okay, well my part's finished, so you can just get onto your part now.
I see, just like that.
Oh my god!
I am just actually thinking though I wouldn't mind moving the whole thing one spot. Which is a huge pain in the ass, because the problem is now I can't actually get to
Anything.
well, there's one machine at the bottom that I can no longer get back to. I don't think I can possibly reach. Oh no, I can reach it. It's alright, I can reach it from on top. The one that's filling oxygen, and I just wanted to change his oxygen tank. And I'm going to pull a hydrogen tank out of him, put him empty, give you a hydrogen tank.
Look at that.
You've got only a little bit of stuff, so you're happy. You've got tanks that are starting to fill, and there you go.
So,
What?
I'm confused.
You mean you're confused?
This
is my hydrogen generator stack.
Yeah.
See, if you come down here, you can see underneath here we have 2 pumps sitting in 6 blocks of water, which is enough to make sure that they don't hurt each other. Mm-hmm. Those pumps feed the water up to 4 electrolytic separators.
Yep.
And those 4 electrolytic separators feed the 4 hydrogen generators that sit on top of them.
So 1 for 1 that way. Yep.
And then the power gets sucked out of those.
Facing different directions. See, folks? They're the same thing. Facing in different directions, so that the blue, the hydrogen side, is in the middle on both cases.
That's right, exactly.
Yep. Cool. See? I'm learning. Whee!
So that's the power unit done for the hydrogen generators. 4 sets of generators producing what should be, if I've done my maths right, a number that I didn't actually write down. 160, I think it was, per tick each, which is sort of a reasonable amount of power.
It is.
And we need to upgrade our batteries, Tosh. Our 16 megajoules is fully stored. It's not taking any more because we're full.
Turn the digiminer on. Oh, it's finished.
Yeah, it is. It is finished. So it's not just as simple as turning it on. It's actually about moving it and doing stuff.
Oh, I know what we're going to make.
You need to make what?
Yep. I need to make a cardboard box.
A sawmill first. Because you're not going to make a cardboard box.
Oh, I do too. You're right.
Now, did you check the lighting to make sure that all the lighting was good?
I did in a quick inspection, yes. Okay, that doesn't look too hard. Make one of them.
This whole pyramidic thing looks a bit dodgy, Tosh.
Yeah, no, yeah, shh. Not, just don't tell the Aztecs.
In fact, there's a little bit here that's quite annoying. Oh, you've made stairs. Was that deliberate? Or is that just a little piece of the pyramid that's left behind?
Stairs?
Yeah, well, it's pretty much. I just got rid of all my sandstone.
I think they were left
over. That's this one. But weren't you going to put... You're just going to have a wall of 8. You're not going to put any along this side at all?
Well, let's just, start.
So, you've done your bit, but now it's my job.
That's what I'm saying. I've done my bit. Yep. Well, you're going to go sleep.
Well, I was going to suggest that your bit was actually doing the other wall there as well, because that's going to have to take out my bed, probably. And I was promising to move that lava for you.
Yes,
which you told me I needed to do, and I just got my 4 buckets, which is all the buckets. In fact, you know what? I'm going to actually upgrade to 6 buckets.
Actually, is that going to work?
What?
Having our beds under the overhang?
I wasn't going to. I was going to leave enough room for my head.
Yeah, you haven't.
I thought I had.
No, because the rule of thumb is you're supposed to be able to stand up on your bed. And I can only half stand.
Oh, I see. I was looking at this overhang, the bottom one, not the top one.
No. See, if I get up on my bed there, I go whack with my head. So I think
that's cool. I get in my bed, I'm looking outside.
Excellent.
It's like having a window. If I get out of my bed, I end up beside it. So you are right. It's not a good spot. So we either need to.
Yeah.
According to me, you're floating above your bed. I didn't know that you'd learned levitation.
I levitate. Yes. So just move it one out, and you'll be fine. There you go. So it's night time. Just come up and get in your bed.
Well, I was, but then you didn't. So.
But then I did, and then you got out. And
well, but so now this is sort of crap, though. I don't want to sit there pointing at you like that.
You can go the other way.
That's what I was going to do, because you just go, well, that's just perfect.
No,
so
you're too far over.
Too far over. Same problem.
Too far back.
Ah. Bloody pyramids, can I tell you?
You can tell me. I can tell you about pyramid. That's it. Now you're right. Okay. Now we've reset. That's fine.
Yeah. Now we've reset.
I was going to say, except we're not waking up. Okay, that's cool. Now, when you say other wall, which other wall did you mean?
Well, I thought what we would do is set it up, because see, if you're standing here, you can reach most of that stuff, but you can also reach this wall. So this wall over here.
Yeah. Okay.
And I wasn't quite sure how we do it, but if we did something like 1, 2, 3, and we'd actually need to shift everything down a bit.
Yeah, we're going to have to straighten out the wall of the pyramid, I think.
But if we did, so if you moved everything down 1 and you did 4 there, for example.
Yeah.
And you straightened out the wall of the pyramid.
Yep. See, what I'm thinking is if we just go...
Now, where do I put this lava, though?
Well, anywhere you like, really. Did you have anywhere in particular that you wanted to put your lava?
Well, I mean, I could make a corner of it over here. I could take it outside. We could do whatever. I was actually thinking later on we might end up with a basement. So
a basement.
I reckon this corner
there is an awful lot of space down there, which at the moment is just being
wasted, but with mobs,
with spiders and things in it. Yeah. Well, I haven't heard them today. I wonder if our world corruption's actually got rid of them.
No. I tell you with authority that they haven't gone anywhere.
No, you're right. They're still there.
I've been hearing them quite a lot, even if you haven't.
Yeah, yeah. Don't forget, I do have my sound turned down so that it doesn't carry over too much. Okay, how do you like them apples?
Apart from the little red bits down the back here, where there wasn't enough light.
Yeah, well, apart from...
Okay, well, that sort of looks good. Now, are you going to...
Now, do you want me to extend this along, or do you want me to leave this...
So what I was thinking was, if you do this...
Yep. But with what? With barrels?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you'll have to take out these ones in the corner here to have enough space. So these barrels, you won't be able to get to them.
Well, why don't you just move it back one? Oh, you
unless you're planning to actually take out the whole wall.
No, it's like I thought you needed one behind.
I figured that was actually the easier answer.
Yep. Okay, so how many are we going to fit in there? 1, 2, 3, 4...
5. You want to leave
5?
the door where it is? We could move the door a little bit.
Yep.
5's probably plenty, though.
5 will do.
I think so.
So another 20. Okay. Some more iron. I'm going to need to make some more iron. I hope you didn't make all of it up, did you?
No. But what, the 2 stacks, the 3 stacks that are in there isn't good for you?
Oh, I didn't see 3 stacks.
Now, if you said steel, I would have said you have to get that out. Oh, look, that gold dust. Did we want gold dust or did we want gold? Were you trying to make gold? Or was that me? That was me, and I think I was looking for some gold dust. I'll keep 32. I'll put 64 in.
Bugger.
So how are we doing for time there, Tosh?
We should be okay for the moment. My internal clock says we're okay.
Okay. Do we have time perhaps for a very quick break?
We do.
Oh no, Tosh.
What? Did you break it?
I need something.
What do you need?
Nether quartz.
Oh god. Oh god.
And that means a trip.
Oh no.
But we could maybe do that. We don't... I mean, everyone's been to the Nether and got quartz, right?
Yeah, well, certainly our followers will have.
So there's probably not a lot of point in showing them that. We could take a little break, go do that.
Yeah. We're probably close to about the 50-minute mark, so we could probably call it quits here.
Well, you could, or we could come back and show them the next step. After it's up to you whether you want to keep this one, take this one up to the full 60.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we quit now, it's a good spot to do that. To actually stop.
Alright.
And then we can come back with the next bit once we've got the next bit. Follow that?
I mean, yeah, I did. So I can do some more. It just means I have to use the service quartz instead of nether quartz. And nether quartz is actually cheaper and easier to obtain.
Yeah. That's certainly true.
I wouldn't normally do that.
Well, I don't mind. Do you want to do a quick break? We'll
yeah, well, that's
off
what I was
to the nether and
well, that's what I was suggesting.
get what you need.
Needed to go okay for a minute anyway.
Okay. Whoops. All right. Well, we'll take a pause. We will get our act together. I'll finish doing the bits and pieces. Well, actually, I've finished my bit, and then we can come back and show you what phase 2 is. So we will be back momentarily for you. And welcome back, YouTube. Even though it's probably been only a split second for you. We've been and done our netherrack and quartz and stuff. Must admit, good little spawn from our, if you're playing this same world, that's where we put our gate over there, and it came out at a magic little place. Too high, plenty of quartz, plenty of glowstone within easy reach. Very, very impressed.
It was a great spot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Really quite good. Now, when you said, are they playing the same world, if they're playing the same world, did you actually give them the seed, Tosh?
No.
Well, that's going to be real tough for them to get that by a random chance, isn't it? Because
well,
you could.
It's only a few digits random, isn't it?
Yeah. Only a few, exactly.
I might actually take note of the seed and pop it in the description.
Well, it never hurts to do that.
And I'll put it back in the original, in the first episode description, so that people can find it there. But they have to have watched the previous, what are we up to now? 10, I think, episodes to get that. To go back and have a look.
Well, yes, of course, except for the newcomers who we'll just get it at the start. Sorry.
Okay.
Don't mention the war.
Don't mention the war. No. Have you finished yet?
Finished what?
Making stuff.
Well, no, I haven't.
Okay. I'm going to show them my barrel organisation over here. So we have all of these barrels here, and all these barrels here. And what the Mr. Raker is going to do is he's going to use another mod, aren't you?
I am.
And connect them all up. And that will be our automated storage area. And then
now, I probably won't get all that done today, but I'll at least get the start done.
Yep. And then over here will be sort of maybe our build area or something.
And it all starts with one of these.
Oh, one of... Yes, it
that
does.
looks really weird in my hand.
It's
upside up the wrong way.
It's upside down, Miss Jane.
Yeah, I don't know why the quartz knife is upside down.
It's a hammer, isn't it?
Well, apparently. And you use that with some of This. Where's he going?
Over here. I'm watching
Some
it.
of this. Silicon.
Yes.
Which you make.
Which you make
ports.
from... Oh, it's probably already finished, hasn't it? Yeah. But yes. Silicon wafer?
Well, it actually doesn't say that. It just says silicon.
Okay.
So I'll just make one of these so that you don't yell at me. There we go.
What?
It's in the smelter. You can have a look.
Oh, in the smelter?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Okay. ME Advanced Processor. Dun dun dun! So there you go. That's what he needs. Apart
To
from...
make.
Oh, they are cutting knives. Oh, that's interesting. I just thought they were hammers.
No, it's a knife.
Yeah. For cutting wafers.
Do we really only get... I've only used that many stacks of nether quartz already.
How many stacks did you use?
Well, I'm this stack just going into those flux crystals. And I've got a stack of nether quartz dust in my hand. I've got nearly a stack of nether quartz left.
Well, yes, then.
I suppose if I wasn't making everything in stack quantities, it wouldn't be quite so bad.
No, quite possibly not. Quite possibly not.
Well, wait until we get under the flux dust. That takes a lot. Oh, rats! I forgot to get my processor out.
Now, you just threw something on the floor and I picked it up.
Did
So
you?
there you go. What else did you have? Iron. What else was there? Your knife.
It was actually just the crystals and the... Now, I reckon we should put this in here. You don't need to get to this very often.
You can
So
get
we
to
put
it
it in.
easy from around here.
Well, you can. Now, there is a problem, though. You're going to have to run a power cable to it.
Oh. But an ME power cable?
Yeah. And in fact, preferably, you'd even give it a battery.
Well,
So to make a battery and put it underneath it,
okay. ME battery
and then run a power cable right across under the floor somewhere.
Yep.
Um,
Does that mean...
to power it.
So the ME backup battery, is that what you're talking about?
No, I mean a cube.
Oh.
So it's not a... No, sorry, a normal mechanism one.
And what flavour would you like? Green, red, or blue, or purple? Well, forget
Well,
the purple and the blue.
You can make some purples if you like.
Would you be happy with a red one?
Well, I reckon a red one's a bit pretty good. I reckon that's pretty good. Or you could make a blue one and swap it for one of these red ones here.
A blue one. 2 diamonds, energy tablet. Yeah, well, I can do that.
Oh, it's doable. We're at that stage of making things that, it is all quite doable.
Jeez. Okay. A lot of frigging around in that, though, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. So I need nether dust,
that-
quartz dust, and redstone.
So you want me to make a blue one? Alright. So, 4 circuit controllers to start off with. Let's just break this down. And those, and I'm going to need some steel, I'm going to need some iron. Need a few gold dust. Okay. Now, do we have a basic energy cube? Yes, we do. So I need one of those too. Okay. So to make that, I need that. Oops. Yeah, so that is one of those, which I've already got. So I need those, 2 gold. Gold's going to be a problem, isn't it?
I got 36 in my hand.
Oh. Do you need all of that?
I'll just put it back. And there's 48 up there.
20, half of that should do me.
So I'll just cook half of it.
Yep.
I think we got gold dust still, but I'd like to keep the gold dust until we absolutely have to use it for something.
Yep. Oh. Try that again, shall we? Am I doing advanced? Energy tablets.
And don't feel bad if you overmake energy tablets.
No.
Because you can't overmake energy tablets.
Because we're gonna need a...
we're gonna need like lots. Oh, and I tell you, this is the other thing that comes up at this stage. How much sand we have. Because this particular mod uses a lot of glass. We've got
have you looked outside?
Yeah, but someone's got to go collect it.
Oh yeah, yep. Okay,
it wasn't the ability to find part of the problem. It was the who's going to go get that part of the problem.
Right. Okay, so basic energy in there. One of those and one of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of those with 2 of them gives us an advanced one. Okay. Advanced in the middle. 1 up, diamonds, and advanced. Elite, yeah. Okay, and I need 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Should have put the thing in there, shouldn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, let's try that again. And diamonds. Where did you put the girl's best friends? There they are.
They're over in the other chest. We haven't put them in with the riffraff.
No. Clearly not. And why would you? Right, so in there with that. In there with those.
Oh, I need to make a chest.
1, 2, 3, 4 of those. 1 of those. 1 of those. 1 elite cube.
You're done?
I'm done.
Cool, so what have I done wrong?
Oh, I don't know.
That's really weird. I swear that was the right formula. Right, so replace it with one of those red ones.
Okay.
Iron, glass, chest. That's what I had, I swear.
Honest? We can roll the tape.
But you're not recording my bit.
Well, no.
See, made it that time. I don't know what happened.
Now, which way does this go? You need that in there, don't you?
You need to put it in from this side.
Yep. Okay.
Which probably means you will need to take out the wires to get it in.
Nah. We'll be right. So, it's the elite I'm putting in there, isn't it?
The blue one.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting it the right angle, and as soon as I shift click it to actually put it in, right. Beautiful.
Perfecto. So, now what we need to do is drop it in this hole here. But not right at the
I
bottom.
was going to say, drop it all the way through.
Drop it in there.
There, yep.
No. With the outlet upwards. So you have to put it on the bottom, not on the side.
Oh, okay. There you go.
That's it. So now, what you need to do is wire that in, so
Okay.
that it gets power.
Okay, so I've got to go. It's going to be the easiest way to do this.
Probably in the hole that I drilled in the floor.
Oh, alright. So...
And
what-
given that this guy's finished, right? He's been...
Oh, that's what I was going to do.
He was
wasn't
at 32. He's entirely done.
I was going to make cardboard boxes.
You were going to make cupboard boxes.
Yeah.
So I'll just stick him in the cupboard here for the moment.
Okay.
So put him in the right cupboard. With all the equipment things.
Can I do that to there? Bring that one back to there. Yeah, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. Now, are you happy with the red cable? The advanced?
The green, the same cable that's on there, the green one.
The red one.
Sorry, another one. Yeah, the red square.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we've got tons of that. Already. Excellent.
Well, I made a lot.
You did. You did. 1, 2.
I didn't apparently grab enough steel, but that's iron, but that's another issue. Oh, you're stealing my stuff again.
Who?
You.
As in what?
I don't know. Did you get anything?
Uh,
Yeah, you got some. You got a couple of key components.
Oh
that
yeah, the storage
that.
cells just showed up.
Yeah, they're the ones I need.
I think that's all I've got. I'll put the rest of the stuff back in here.
Well, they're the only ones that matter. Anything else you've got just normal, redstone-y type
Oh,
stuff.
steel I got.
Stick it back in the cupboard.
Yep. Oh no, steel I didn't get. Steel I had. So I thought I actually needed that for. And those extra diamonds. Okay. So we have an ME terminal which is
Yeah, alright, you
allowing
showed.
me to access it, and we have two 1 kilo storage units in the ME drive at the top. Lovely.
So maybe you should explain the whole ME thing for those who might not have seen it before.
Yep. Okay, so here we have the controller. Down the bottom, the controller basically is the centerpiece for the whole thing, but you don't actually interact with it much. What it does is it allows you to, well, you can look at it and see straight away every single thing that's attached to the network. And that's basically the key term that we use with applied, is we're talking about a network. So if you think of these as computers with storage areas, but instead of storing bits and bytes of information, they store physical items.
So that's true. So the physical items are converted into bits and bytes. What I was about to say though, Tosh, I might not have been quite clear enough, but there was a reason why I dug that hole too deep. The power cable has to run 2 deep, not 1 deep.
Oh, no, you're quite right.
Because I need things to go under those barrels.
You do too. Yeah, sorry. I forgot that that's got to go down there. Oops.
So it needs to run 2 deep the whole way across.
Yep, I'll do that. Do you need it to come in from the bottom or anything? Yes, you do.
What do you mean come in from the bottom?
Power,
no, well,
power to come in from the bottom, because you've still got to be able to get to the bottom of this end barrel.
Show me. Stand back. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yep.
We'll need to go in underneath.
Yep.
And if you can
run
it too deep the whole way as well, so that we okay, you do it. If you're going to walk between me and the thing I'm whacking, it's entirely up to you.
No, it didn't get me. I didn't realise you were actually there because I had my back to you. I was laying the stuff as I went.
Yes, but you did successfully stop me from breaking it.
Ah, okay. I see what you mean. Oops. One too far. Alright, so... Oh, missed. Oh, bugger. Couple short because I've had to go down another couple. Typical. No. Alright. So, that's done now, mate. You want me to just pop the lids back on these for the minute?
Yeah, you can do that. Because let's be honest, I'm going to cut it.
You're going to stuff it anyway, yeah. Okay, so where was I? The controller, that's right. So by looking at the controller we can actually see everything that's attached to the network. This little bit over here is for putting a wireless network connector in, and we'll show you how that all works later on. It's smart enough to be able to tell you whether Minecraft Joules or EUs or... what uses just J? I've come across that one before. Oh, Rotary Craft.
Or
so
red.
Buildcraft, Industrial Craft, Universal Electricity, that's right, that's what uses the J. Rotary Craft Watts or Applied Energistics. So it's all there right at your fingertips. Now as Raker's adding those things, you can see there. He's just put in storage buses, he's put in cables, and literally, as I say, as he's adding them, it's putting them straight into the network. It's also saying that we need more and more and more energy. Each piece of cable and everything that goes in requires more energy. Sorry mate, go on.
That's right, but that's why we gave it a battery. So that battery is holding power, and the only thing that can get to that power is the network. So so it's feeding the controller, and as you can see, energy stored 10,000. It's using 16, so it's pretty much set. So, Tosh, I've wired up the bottom row.
Right.
But not the top row. So let me demonstrate what we do here. So I've got some glowstone.
You have.
What I'm going to do, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to do it because you should do it. Is if you click on the storage bus, and then you put the glowstone into its table.
Like that. And you
like
notice that it's actually just taken a ghost image. It hasn't actually taken one of the glowstone.
And if you put your mouse over the third tab on the left,
allowed.
Yeah, so that's saying the only thing you're allowed to store in there is glowstone.
Yep.
Cool. So if I now come to the terminal and I drop my 62 glowstone in,
there you go.
They get dropped into there. So now I can get all this stuff. Come to here, drop it in,
and there we go.
And it'll figure out where to put it. Of course, they're a barrel, right? So you can also put stuff in using the barrel, which is a great little system that gives you multiple ways of accessing stuff.
Yep. Now, we have 690 units of glowstone. Alright, so that's that 690 underneath there. If I put in another 2, it goes to 692.
And over here it now says 10 by 64 plus 52.
Which, if you add all of that up, comes to...
And get your calculator in.
692. Well, you don't need it, actually. 10 by 64 is 640 plus 52 is 92.
True. In fact, you can actually just come in here and it tells you.
That's what I was showing.
So who needs a calculator?
Yes. Now, the other beauty is that you can sort. So if I say glow, obviously that's going to find that. If I say hammer, we haven't got any hammers in the system, so it's returning nothing. And just its bog standard, show me everything, sort by name, sort in order. We'll resort things so that the stuff that you've got the maximum or the most of will come first, and later on when we get to the crafting section we'll explain how that part works as well. How's that?
Take out one more. Still haven't taken out my bed.
Getting close to your bed there. So will I take... do you want me to put all that stuff along the bottom?
Well, you can. We might end up wanting to resort it later, but you can put stuff. What I was going to suggest was, so if we're going to make this our main place that we work from, we stick some crafting tables in here. That gives you access to the ME system, but it also gives you access to the barrels. You want to have the stuff you use most frequently close by. Right? And you also sort of want to have it sorted in some sort of semblance of logical order. So here's what I was going to suggest. If we had all the ingots along here, down the bottom, and then maybe we have the ores along the next row up, something like that, and then there maybe, you know, down here, somewhere in here we have redstone, bit of coal, because they're all stuff that you use quite frequently.
Wood can probably go along the top or something, because we don't use that.
So you can happily settle that up. It's just that at the moment, I'll warn you that it's only the bottoms that has been done. You need quite a few of these. These buses. You do.
And once we've got those in, I reckon that might be a good point to stop at.
I reckon you're probably right.
I reckon.
Alright, so put a few around the corner as well, because we had room for them around the corner. Maybe I'll crafting table one out. But it works best if you do program the they're called storage buses that connect the barrels up. If you do program them with what you want to go in them, otherwise it will detect what's in them. But the problem you get is if you were to just pick up something. So let's just try that as an example. If I was to just put a stack of netherrack into the system, look what happened. It just randomly picked, oh, I'm going to stick it there.
Oh, sorry.
See?
Yeah.
If I pick up a stack of quartz and put that into the system, it'll pick somewhere to put it. And interestingly, it picked the same spot. So it's obviously got a little algorithm about where it's putting stuff. Yeah,
well, these are the only ones that are connected, don't forget.
Well, there's a few around the corner here as well, but it seems to actually be going in order, maybe.
From the furthest one.
Apparently. So that's, if you don't want that to happen, if you don't want it to just go random.
Yeah, and what we're doing is the way to do it.
Because then it knows where they're supposed to be, and it won't put anything else in there.
So I'll start off with the steel ingot. Put that in the first one. How many have we got? 4. Alright. Steel. We'll put iron in next. We'll put osmium in next. We'll put gold in next. Alright, so that's all of them now programmed. So if I just come to here and I put in my bronze ingot. Oops.
So you know that
It'll
blue
find,
storage?
I didn't want that in there anyway. It's the steel, the iron, and the osmium are the ones that I have done. Oops.
Oh, are you putting the ingots along that side, are you?
Isn't that what you said?
Oh, I was actually thinking...
Oh, no, I've got them over here. Why has that not worked? What have I done wrong?
Maybe it's my fault for not having connected them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That could do it.
Well, I actually thought they were going to connect via the battery, but actually looking at it now, they won't connect that way at all.
Oh, okay.
And I left all my cable in the chest over here, so I need to get the cable. So that's why.
Good. Because it is.
So that was
It is really simple, this stuff. Even Toshies can do it. Not once we get later on when Raker starts getting really carried away with some of the stuff that he'll do, but Toshies can do the first part.
Okay, hooked up now.
Okay, so let's put steel, osmium, iron, and gold.
And that might actually be all... Yeah, it is. That's all we had enough for along that line.
Yeah, that's why I only put those four in. So there we go. So now I can just happily, I won't at the moment because we're still sort of working over here, but I can just grab all of the stacks of osmium from here and just come back over here, click on that, go in there, and there we go, 102 osmium, or 64 plus 38.
Yay!
La voila! I think
There you go, and it makes a really pretty wall too. That's actually what I really like about the barrels.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we could just use ME storage drives and leave it all on the hard drives, but it really doesn't look that exciting. You know, you open up the storage drive. Have you done that? You just open up the storage drive in here.
Yep.
And you get to see the drives.
There's the drives there. And
you actually get to see. It tells you. Let me just drop. Oh, this isn't going to work, is it? Oh no, it did work. It put that on on the first drive. Yeah, it's used 9 bytes.
Yep. There you go.
And it stores 1 of 63 types.
Yep. Which means it stores... Oh yeah, 1,000... Yeah. Sorry.
I just took it out. So it'll... The small drives, each drive will store up to 63 different types of items.
Yep.
And how many of each it can store depends on the size of the drive.
Yeah, so
but there's a trick with these too. You can reformat the drives to tell them that they're only allowed to store 1 thing or 2 things or 3 things, whatever you like. So you can say this drive is only going to store cobble. And when you do that, because it knows it's only got to store 1 thing, you get to store lots more cobble. So it works a bit like a barrel in that way.
Yes, it does. Okay.
But the easiest way to use them is just to put whatever in.
Yeah. And eventually what we'll do is put a chest or something down the end here that you can just dump stuff into and it sorts it all out.
Exactly.
So, there we go. We've had a busy day.
We have.
We've got all of our barrels there, which obviously we just need to set up as we go, and we'll probably have to go back and get some more nether quartz and stuff to do that. We have our 4 hydrogen generators purring away like kittens. We have
and your battery's full. Your blue cube's full. It's got 32 megajoules in it.
I actually thought that was the case because I heard everything shut down just a little while ago. So that new one that we just built, look at that, 32 megajoules. That's big bickies.
Yeah, we're going to have to upgrade the other red one now. And you know what else we got to do next time? We got to set the Digiminer up again. We do. We've got to count out 32 and... Actually 64 because it's a 32 radius. Oh yeah, 32 by 32. That means it does 32 each direction. Yep. So if you want to get a brand new spot, you need to count away double whatever the radius was. So in this case 32. Yep. So that's 64 and that's a really long wire to run. Yeah, it is. So we probably will use a battery. We probably will. So we need some big batteries that are fully charged so that to feed it with power. And that can all go back down underground now because Digiminer's gone. So, and we'll have to take all of his other gear and everything with him. Indeed.
I probably should have programmed ores fairly promptly, but that won't matter. Did you want another piece on top of it? No, that's not possible.
We'll clean that up.
Yeah.
We'll clean all that up.
Okay, so there you go. Been a very busy day.
Yeah, but thanks for taking me to the Nether, Toster, and letting me set that up, because that's nice. I like having the computers running.
That's okay.
You know, it's a bit lonely in a base with no computers to talk to.
Yep. That's fine, Raker.
Which sort of reminds me that we might actually need to make ourselves some little friends soon too.
Yeah, we might do that. Okay, alright, well, I think that'll do for today, because we're way over time, I can guarantee you.
Yeah, but that'll get us extra likes and extra comments, won't it?
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. Either that or they fall asleep.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Now, but you haven't actually given them a question to answer.
Oh, I haven't either.
You know, that name that tune sort of thing?
No, I haven't.
So we better...
It didn't come up.
Well, I know, but we could just slip one in now.
Okay.
And this time, of course, they will have no excuse for forgetting.
Well, let's make it really easy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Well, all right.
You know,
a little bit easy.
Something like, these are not the droids you're looking for.
Oh, too easy.
You reckon?
Too easy. How about don't call me Shirley?
Oh. But Shirley, you can't be serious.
But don't call me Shirley. Yes, I am.
But don't call me Shirley. All right, there you go, folks. There's your quote for today.
Or two of them, in fact.
Leave that in the comments, and yeah, leave one for Rakers and one for mine.
And a like for each. Just
well, yeah.
Well,
except
actually,
you can't do that. Would be nice if it would. I'd just sit there all day going like. But I think they figured that one out.
I don't think they'll let you like your own stuff anyway.
You can actually once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that why all this stuff's got one like? Not our stuff.
I was hoping it was actually 2 likes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I better go do that. No, I have. I've been lucky.
Yeah. All right, folks. I'll leave you with it. We shall catch up with you next time. So, good night from me.
And good night from him.
Good night.
Night.